Alrighty, might give the old beast a bit of a detail today. Just start cleaning up a bit more panels, and yeah, this side's had a bit of a crack. You can see a bit of a shine there, so it doesn't come up too bad. I'm going to flatten out some of those surface rusty areas, and yeah, we'll have a look and see what she comes up like. We've got a bit of painting to do on the guards, so I'm experimenting with them with a bit of faux patina, so we'll have a look at that later as well. Alrighty, so we're just going to give this a bit of a cut. I already just started, but well, the sun's on it really, so it's not ideal. I should be doing the other side, but I've sort of pretty much done that side. Alrighty, so I've been doing a little bit of rubbing back, just wet and dry, and then hitting it with the cutting compound on the little air reciprocating thing there. And yeah, look, it is what it is. It's coming up okay. It'll look better when I give it a bit of a polish, but as you can see, she's a little, yeah, I've got most of the roof done now. Had a little bit of a go on that door, as you saw in the time lapse, but yeah, now it's coming along. And we've also put some red oxide on these guards, so and no, they're not going in the trailer. That's not rubbish. How dare you? Yeah, so well, there's some spare wheels if anyone wants them. Tyres, they're fucked, but you can have them. Yeah, so that we'll be getting the faux patina soon enough. Probably maybe start on them tomorrow. I'll let them dry today. Had a couple of coats of red oxide, so yeah, we're moving along. So that's what I need to be doing, and it's looking good. Looking good. Alrighty, we'll catch you when I've got a bit more going on. Righto, so we're back on the guards. We gave them some coat of red oxide yesterday, and it was a beautiful day yesterday, so they sort of dried off nice. I'll just give them a light rub and scuffed them up a bit, and we're about to try the patina trick on them with the coffee granules. So I'm wiping this dust off. I'll get the air gun in a sec and blow it down. Then I'll apply the dampened all the waste coffee granules, and I'll just drop that on the floor. Seems to be a theme around here. I'll just slightly dampen this so I don't have any tack cloth. Not that this requires it really. It's not a, as I've said in the past, it's not a show coat, and we're patinaing these anyway, so patina in them. So slightly, just a squirt on the thing with some water, and we're wiping that over, and I'll blow that off, and that's gone. Good way to pick up dust. Righto, I'll just blow that off quickly. Now, Now, I've never done this before, so I don't know how this is all going to come up. I've only sort of watched some basic. So I've got some damp from some coffees this morning actually, and all I'm going to do is hopefully get them to stick. I may even have to wet that a bit more. Might be alright, see how we go. Used coffee granules, and I think if they're sort of clumping together a bit, it's not bad. So we'll see how we go. I'm just going to do it in sort of natural areas, and there's a lot of rusty area down around the bottom of the back of the fender. That may have had something to do with, because the back of the car had a bit of rust around the bottom. I don't know what they've done there. Parked it in the grass, parked it in the dam, I don't know. We'll work it out. Probably across the top where the sun goes and blisters it, so we're just gonna try it. We're just gonna pat them down. They may have to be a bit wetter. I don't know if the... Anyway, we'll just see what happens. If it doesn't work, I'll rub it out and start again. So, whoever come up with this, I don't know. And, you know, hopefully it does the job. Not really sure how this is going to go. At the minute, it's kind of looking like, so I'm trying to match what's on the car. It's just that blistering of tiny surface rust coming through the paint on the car, and it leaves a, I'm going to show you, it leaves a nice, well, if you like patina, that is, it leaves a, I don't know if you can see it this side, I might take you out in the sun. I'll take you outside. So I cut all this roof back yesterday, so I don't know if you can see it, but here, it sort of leaves that effect there. There's a real nice spot along the front here, so I haven't polished this up yet, but and there's probably a lot of glare now. It's gone from one extreme to the next. So yeah, and you know, I kind of like that. It's original. I've got the rest of the car to do, and then I'll give it a good polish up, keep the polish on it. The bonnet's got to be done. The sides are pretty good. See, this is the effect. This is worn from, you know, arms and whatnot. It actually is pitted on this side. The other side's pretty, oh, that's a good example there, see? I don't know if you can see that, but that looks, that's, you know, I like that. Oh, you can see it better from this side, look at that. So that's the effect I'm looking for on the guards, hence the red oxide primer. And I want this speckled effect because, well, it's more original. You sort of got a little bit of crow's feet sort of stuff going on there almost. Yeah, so, and then eventually I'll just, all I'm doing to get that effect to smooth out is just hitting them with which you saw yesterday or earlier in this video, because it'll probably be the same video, is just rubbing them down with a bit of 800, just knocking them down a little bit, then cutting it back with some fairly fine cutting compound, and then it'll all get a good polish, and you know, it'll come up looking, because the paint itself, I mean, apart from all these scratches, which are, I don't know what that is, I don't know if that's affecting the paint or from, yeah, it might be the paint actually. Anyway, doodly do, I'm just crapping on, so we'll get back to the patina ring and see how we go. Righto, so there we go, that's all the coffee granules in the place that I want them, and I don't know if that's too much, too less, I don't know, we'll work it out, we'll see what it looks like. I think it's going to be just enough. I don't want it too crazy, and we'll see what happens. Alright, I'll mix some paint, and you'll see me painting that shortly. So I think I've done enough coats on that. I don't want to risk any more, and I think it didn't come up too bad. There is that little bit of fry up, which I think will work to my advantage. The other guard fried up way worse, so I think it's still salvageable. So we're gonna find out. So I was gonna wait probably till tomorrow before I start knocking some of this off, but as you can see, you start knocking some of this off and we're getting that primer or that red oxide showing through. So that's the effect I'm after, and I'll probably give this whole thing a wet rub. And it's a little orange peely, but I had to do light coats. My first coat was probably a bit thick, so the other coats I thinned out a bit more. There's a bit of a hit and miss thing. If I thin it too much, it could have fried up even more. So obviously you've got more solvent in there. But anyway, I think it's good enough. We'll see how it goes. And for what they are, I can rub them back and paint them again if I have to. This is the other one. It's significantly worse with the crackling, but I think the effect will be fine. Some of that will rub out, leaving the crow's feety effect behind. And look at that. And then we've got instant patina, instant age. You know, I mean, they were aged anyway, but I wanted to protect the steel, and I just wanted to have a go at it and see what it, you know, I like it, what other people do with it, and I think that's going to look pretty cool. After I rub it back a bit, knock some of that orange peel out, I think that's going to look pretty awesome. So yeah, and it'll go a long way to sort of matching the rest of the car without having just, you know, semi-gloss or satin black guards and, you know, the rest of the car's patinaed. So anyway, we'll see what happens. So yeah, I think the next video will be me rubbing these back and see what they look like.